Hoy noche tomamos tranquilo, muy bonito. Siguiente noche otra vez nuevamente. ¡Pum! Chacara. Por allá otra valla, por aquí otra valla, por aquí otra valla, por allá otra valla. ¡Pum! Cha la gritería. ¡Pum! Chayú ahí. ¡Pum! Chayú, ¿qué hacer? ¡Pum! Ya ni siquiera puede cantar ya. ¡Oh! Ya nos termina acá el diablo, decía yo. ¡Pum! Cha, carajo, mejor a la mañana vamos. Regresar. Así es. Yo, Antonio Vázquez, Galarreta, el nombre es Shipivo Virizui.
My name is Robert Tay, I'm 48, I'm British, and I am a trained medical anthropologist. When I was 19, I read that the Native American Indians, when they were tired, would actually go to a tree and lean against it and basically receive the energy of the tree. And I was open-minded enough to try this one evening, and I went to a big oak in a park in England, and basically approached it and was respectful and asked permission to receive its energy, and I got it. It was a huge wave that came over me, and it was extraordinarily clean, and it was powerful, but contained within that energy was also this sense of an awareness, that I became aware that it was aware that I was aware. And that was kind of mind-blowing. They think in their own way, they process information, they respond in real time, they are incredibly adaptive to the environment. So there's definitely an intelligence there. Now, part of their being is a being that is not visible because of our perceptual filters. We won't be able to see them, and yet they're still there. In the same way, if you go back in time and you think about the medical practices of a few hundred years ago, just because they didn't have the paradigm of bacteria and viruses didn't mean that those small little invisible things didn't exist. They still existed then, but we needed to shift our paradigms away from leeches and humours and things like that to be able to perceive them. If you think about it, they work with light. They know how to transform light. They know how to transform light and that energy into food. So that's a pretty neat evolutionary trick to embrace this, especially someone who's a hyper-rationalist, because it just doesn't really make any sense. It sounds like mumbo jumbo. But when you experience these plants working within your body, working with intelligence, actually being able to see very clearly what ails you and to remove that, then it kind of humbles you. It humbles me, it humbles most people, and the experience is what validifies a new paradigm shift.
Hay muchas personas que dicen que la ayahuasca son droga. Ayahuasca no es droga. El droga, simplemente aquí en el Perú viene a drogados. Lo que toma de la medicina ayahuasca son fuertes. Entonces al drogado cuando se toma, si viene a complicarse, ahí muere el docente. Y curada, persona que había tenido SIDA, un colombiano. Un colombiano de 22 años que había venido acá. Ya estaba muriendo. Hay plantas especialmente para barrer los virus. Preparaba eso, le convidaba. Pero hay que sufrir, pero la planta es fuerte.
Some people come looking to check off the list of substances that they've done, and they treat it like a drug. And I'm not sure if they're going to have the most positive experiences because this by no means is a drug. What determines the classification of a drug is really the setting. And this is conducted in a ceremonial setting and with people who know what they're doing, with people who are trained in a medical tradition. If people coming here for highs or ecstatic experiences, they may be very seriously disabused of that expectation because it's grueling and it can be brutal and it can be difficult and challenging, and it's really work. It's really deep cleansing of the spirit.
Toda mi familia era médico. Él me mandaba traer, tráeme esto, fulano, me iba a traer, ya prepara así. Entonces yo le preparaba. Si en dieta no te sirve para nada. Hay muchas personas que si en dieta toman nomás ayahuasca, yo soy médico, no. Los buenos, los malos se encuentran. Sí. Hay los médicos brujos.
They're basically charlatans. And it's very difficult sometimes to distinguish who is of quality and who isn't. A real curandero, a real healer, a real shaman in this tradition is somebody who spent a lot of time training with the plants. It isn't that they just decide to knock up a brew, over 8 hours and then give it to somebody and then sing a couple of songs. It's much more detailed than that. It's a real arduous training that goes into this practice. Part of that training is called dieting with the plants, where you imbibe a mixture of a specific plant with tobacco, and you then spend a period of time from 8 days to a month to 6 months not taking in any salt, any sugar, not having sexual relationships, and often spending time in isolation. Now that's a very arduous training because you're eating the blandest of foods, and the whole objective of this is to get connection to the plant, a gift exchange. You are sacrificing pleasures of the senses for and demonstrating the metal of your spirit.
Piensa que todos shipibos somos ayahuasqueros. No, no es eso. Tragueros sí, eso sí. Tragueros sí. ¿Ah? Si tú te vas a ir por acá, vete a ver cómo está ahorita. ¿Ah? Eso sí hay de todo. Ayahuasquero, muy poco, pero hay.
Well, the most powerful vision I've ever had is really looking into the heart of creation, into the very eyes of the divine, if you like, into the fabric of that. It's not a human figure by any means, but there's a incredible complexity and intelligence there, and that's a knowing that no one can never take away. Because you will change, you will become a different person doing this, and you will leave aside a lot of the illusions that previously you were wrapped up in. You will start becoming stronger and stronger as a person, So it's not for the faint-hearted. It's definitely something that you have to want to do.
Porque ayahuasca es mi Dios de mí. Me da fuerza, me da poder, me da vida.
Que Rama kaya kaya ka Rama kanon kaya ka ako llama akira no cogí mi panati ni panati